U.S. Department of Justice. United States Attorney. Southern District of New York. The Jacob K. Javits Federal Building. 26 Federal Plaza 11th floor. New York, New York 10278. February 12, 2025. By email. The Honorable Pamela Jo Bondi. Attorney General of the United States. U.S. Department of Justice. 950 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. Washington, D.C. 20530. Re. United States v. Eric Adams, 24 CR 556. Dear Attorney General Bondi. On February 10, 2025, I received a memorandum from Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, directing me to dismiss the indictment against Mayor Eric Adams without prejudice, subject to certain conditions which would require leave of court. I do not repeat here the evidence against Adams that proves beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed federal crimes. Mr. Bove rightly has never called into question that the case team conducted this investigation with integrity and that the charges against Adams are serious and supported by fact and law. Mr. Bove's memo, however, which directs me to dismiss an indictment returned by a duly constituted grand jury for reasons having nothing to do with the strength of the case, raises serious concerns that render the contemplated dismissal inconsistent with my ability and duty to prosecute federal crimes without fear or favor and to advance good faith arguments before the courts. When I took my oath of office 3 weeks ago, I vowed to well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I was about to enter. In carrying out that responsibility, I am guided by, among other things, the principles of federal prosecution set forth in the Justice Manual and your recent memoranda instructing attorneys for the Department of Justice to make only good faith arguments and not to use the criminal enforcement authority of the United States to achieve political objectives or other improper aims. I am also guided by the values that have defined my over 10 years of public service. You and I have yet to meet, let alone discuss this case. But as you may know, I clerked for the Honorable J. Harvey Wilkinson III on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit, and for Justice Antonin Scalia on the U.S. Supreme Court. Both men instilled in me a sense of duty to contribute to the public good and uphold the rule of law, and a commitment to reasoned and thorough analysis. I have always considered it my obligation to pursue justice impartially, without favor to the wealthy or those who occupy important public office, or harsher treatment for the less powerful. Danielle Sassoon is a distinguished attorney who recently served as the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, SCANDAL. A graduate of Harvard College and Yale Law School, she has an extensive legal background, including clerking for Judge J. Harvey Wilkinson III on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit and for the late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. Before her tenure at SCANDAL, Sassoon was a litigation attorney at Kirkland & Ellis LLP and an adjunct professor at NYU Law School, where she taught a Supreme Court seminar. She is also a member of the Federalist Society. In February 2025, Sassoon resigned from her position after refusing to comply with a directive from Attorney General Pam Bondi to dismiss a corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. She viewed the order as politically motivated and inconsistent with her duty to uphold the law impartially. AP News. Sassoon's resignation underscored her commitment to legal ethics and the independence of the Department of Justice, highlighting concerns about political interference in judicial proceedings.